All right, ladies and gentlemen and future entrepreneurs, gather around and let me introduce you to a truly exceptional soul, a beacon of positivity and resilience from the heart of Houston, Texas, right? Brandon Grace. As a one-star director in our thriving business, Brandon leads a dynamic team of over 100 active agents with an infectious enthusiasm that knows no bounds. Brandon, please allow me to love on you for just one moment. Brandon is not just a one-star director. He is a living testament to the power of unwavering determination and the very embodiment of the never quit mentality. Despite facing the challenges of MS, that's multiple sclerosis, Brandon stands tall as a warrior, conquering obstacles with a spirit that refuses to be subdued. Every day, Brandon battles this condition with unmatched courage, proving that the human spirit can overcome even the toughest challenges. What truly sets Brandon apart, though, is his boundless love for life, right? He finds joy in every moment, embraces adventure through his love for travel, and extends a helping hand to people all across the world, or should I say the country? Well, yeah, the world, right? His passion for helping others is not just a part of his character, it is the very essence of his being. Brandon is not just a top income earner. He's a philanthropist, a mentor, a guide to countless individuals, to include myself, showing us all that success is not merely a destination, but a journey to be filled with excitement, learning, and giving back. In the world of business, where challenges often test one's resolve, Brandon stands as a beacon of inspiration. His story is a reminder that the human spirit is indomitable, that with the right mindset and an unwavering determination, we all can conquer any hurdle, no matter how daunting it may seem, right? So, as we delve into this interview, I want you guys to be prepared to be what? Inspired, prepared to be moved, prepared to witness the remarkable journey of a true warrior, an adventurer, and a truly compassionate soul. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the incredible one-star director, Brandon Grace. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's up, Deneen? Thank you so much. That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you.
I'm glad I did you justice. I
You did.
really I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this with me. I know, guys, Brandon is a one-star director, but he on this run for two-star. It can't stop, don't stop, right? So the fact that he took time out of his day today to have this interview, I'm truly honored and I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much for that, Brandon.
You're so welcome.
So let's just jump on into the the first question I have for you. Can you tell the folks a bit about your background and what inspired you to become a travel business owner?
Okay, so a little bit about me. So my name is Brandon Grace from Houston, Texas, right? So I was running track for the University of Oklahoma, and fast forward past that, MS had started, messing up my legs and, my mobility. I had some mobility issues, and I got a call from a friend. I was living at home with my parents, making $900 on Social Security, not really knowing what I wanted to do with myself, not really knowing where I was going to go. Because in my head, I was going to be running track or coaching track or doing something athletic,
Mhm.
but God had other plans for me, which is okay. So I got a call 2015, November 3rd. Tomorrow's my 8th-year anniversary, actually.
Hey.
Got a call, and she was like, I found something. It's in the travel industry. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't travel. What am I going to do with this? But like, I just did. I'm like, I have the money. I got paid that day from Social Security. So I was like, look, let me just go ahead and invest in myself. And so she did it. So I had been following her for a long time, so I seen how she was traveling. So I'm like, okay, well, I can do it too. If she can do it, at least I can try.
Mhm.
So I gave it a shot. No questions asked, invested in myself, and haven't looked back ever since. And it's actually changed my whole entire life.
And y'all, so he said he was running track. I want y'all to understand that he was bound for the Olympics. He had been chosen to go that far. So it wasn't like he was just trotting around the track. No, he was a winner. He was a champion already, right? So let's make sure we understand that. He's kind of like, oh, I was running track. No, he was a champion, right? I just want to make sure folks know all of your greatness. And so the next question I have for you, Director Grace, is I kind of know this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What are the common challenges faced by travelpreneurs, and how do you go about helping those travelpreneurs on your team?
Well, I mean, challenges come and come like a diamond that they come. And so some of the challenges are, I don't know I don't know how to market myself. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know who I'm gonna talk to. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have anybody to call. I don't have any friends or family. I'm scared to talk. Those are some of the challenges. So what I do is I say, well, the same way that we get new phones and we don't know nothing about the phone. We open up the box, we
Mm-hmm.
press power, and we just start scrolling through the phone, scrolling through, clicking on stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually you learn it. You know where all your apps are, like the back of your hand. You know, if
Right.
you go to the left 2-3 times, that app is on the third page, not the fourth page, because you
Done it
familiarize
so
yourself with
much.
it. Right. And so the same way we do all things, we become familiar with things and it becomes second nature. You get a job, you don't know anything about the job. You know, you're trained. I remember being in school, I was an engineer major and I didn't finish in engineering, but one of my homegirls did, and she got her first job and she called me, she was like, Brandon, they teaching me everything. Everything that we did, all that hard work we had to put in, to make the grades.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that was just a test to see if we can get through it, because they teaching us everything we need to know in this job. And it's the same thing here. Everything you need, all the tools are there, all the
Right.
training's there. So even if it's fresh and new, like all things, you practice, you get
Yeah.
used to it, just like a job, you're gonna know it like second nature. So that's
Right.
what I tell people, that's how I looked into it when I first got into the business. I didn't wait on anybody to tell me what to do. I literally clicked on everything because I knew I couldn't break the internet. I couldn't break the website.
Right.
So I
Right.
literally clicked on all the links. I clicked on all the tabs and I learned. I didn't know, I still don't know anything because it's a lot of information.
It's a
So
lot.
I'm open to learning. So like if I get a request for a Budapest Hungary or something, like I've never been to Hungary, I've never booked Hungary, but there are tools in our back office to train you on how to sell Hungary or
That
how
is,
to.
I think that is so good. I'm so glad you said that, because I had an agent on my team say, oh, I can't do this because I have to get all this different training. No, you don't. Just take it one step at a time. Who told you you had to do everything? Because like you said, it's a lot back there for you to learn. When we say you have access to sell the world, that's exactly what we mean. You have access to sell the world, right? And people think that we're just saying that, right? But the reality is it's true. And like you said, there's the resources are there. Everything you need is there. So
Mhm.
that was important. So then my next question for you is, how important is social media marketing for new travel business owners, and what kind of advice would you give folks about marketing their business with social media?
Social media, I mean, that's the times that we are in right now. I think about when I was in college when Facebook first started, literally, I think a sophomore or freshman, and you had to have an EDU to get on Facebook.
Yep.
And so we all know that over the years, Facebook has changed. All social media has changed. And I
Yep.
mean, people are making millions of dollars. It's changing their
Really.
financial it's changing their financial life with social media. And so what I tell people is, like, we advertise things all the time and aren't getting paid. We post pictures on when we travel. We show, oh, look at this resort that I went to, look at this hotel, look at this movie, oh, check out this food, this restaurant, this brand new restaurant, delicious, but the restaurant's not paying you.
At
So
all.
we use social media all the time for free marketing. So when you get a business, you can literally market your business the same thing you were doing prior to getting in business. You can still do the same exact thing, like share your pictures when you travel. That's marketing.
Right.
Hey, what's your next trip plan? That's marketing. So a lot of things, I think a lot of people count themselves out before they even get started, overthinking it,
Mm.
but it's really the same exact thing before you even got into business. And we have the tools to even show you. So even if you didn't do that before, like I know our leader, her page was private. She didn't post anything except for her kids, sometimes on holidays. But now she's a totally different woman in 8 years
Yeah,
later, totally
yeah.
different. So, I think a lot of the times people count themselves out and they're, so nervous to the point where
Mhm.
they don't even act, but
Right.
they want to do it, but they're so scared. So I would tell them the same thing that you're doing is the same thing you can do in your business, marketing. Marketing can be anything, sharing pictures, asking questions. I mean, it works.
And it's free advertisement, right? You
It's
don't need a
free.
huge advertisement budget. So, I have another person on my team who said, I'm not tech savvy. It doesn't matter. You are, because you found me on TikTok. You can't say that you're not tech savvy. You may not be able
Exactly.
to do it the way that I do it, or the way that Brandon do it, or even the way that our coach does it, but you can still do it, right? So I think
Mhm.
social media you can't ignore the power of social media when it comes to
It's
marketing.
very powerful.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It's very powerful. I
yeah.
think it's just also too the need. I think it's just like you said, you hear our coach say this all the time, finding your own lane. I think because social media can have its ups and downs because we get to see everybody so much. We get in the trap of comparing ourselves to people. We did that before social media, but it was face to face. You're out in the mall, you're out somewhere
Right.
and you see somebody and you compare. But now it's like, oh, they doing this. Oh, I'm not doing this. So I'm not gonna post nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes we find ourselves comparing ourselves to other people, which is not a good thing, because everybody's different in their own
Right.
right. We're the same, but we're different. So I
And
think that's
even I'm guilty of that, Brandon.
yeah.
Because I've been in the industry since 2018, so it's not like I blew up overnight. I had to deal with some things, but I never quit. I never quit on my business, regardless of what kind of thoughts may have been in my head. I never quit, right? So I just think that you're right.
Yeah.
We did that before, before, like my children, that they think it's the funniest thing that I'm older than the internet. Like that's just like a big.
Right. They find that funny, right?
They like, oh my God, how did you find information before the internet? I'm like, the library, like read a book.
Library, encyclopedias, girl.
Right, right. It's funny how times change it, but some of the things still stay the same.
Mhm.
Like we're still comparing ourselves. And you have to, like you just said, find your own lane and just go in it. And that's what,
Mhm.
even 5 years in, I'm evolving with every single year, right? And now I know I'm not comparing myself with anybody else. Everything happens in divine order. So I was supposed to be here at this time doing it this way, right? I can't
Mhm.
compare myself to anybody else. And I don't think anybody else out here who's viewing this video should compare their journey to anybody else's journey. You'll just drive yourself nuts. Right?
Exactly. I mean, you got to think about it. Like 5 years ago, you weren't interviewing people. You weren't
At
doing what you're doing on social
I wasn't
media.
doing
Like,
lives.
come
I
on.
wasn't talking on camera. Like seriously.
Exactly.
Like I
That's
would post stuff that I
amazing.
agree with, but I wasn't posting me like at all. Like I fought this whole social media thing in the beginning, big time. I was like, that's just not who I am, right?
And I did the same thing. I'm like, I'm not going live. I'm not doing all this. But like once you posture up and see that it's okay,
Mhm.
and it helps other people too. So you don't know who you're inspiring. Like, oh my God, if Deneen can do it, I can
Right.
do it.
Right. And that's why I was so glad when you said you would agree to do this, because there are some people who have physical challenges and they're like, well, I can't do this because my back hurt, or I can't do this because my knee hurt. And no matter what kind of physical challenges you can do, if your mind is still there, you can still do this. We had a team member, that was blind, and she was still doing this, right? So if your mind can conceive it, you definitely can achieve it. And
Absolutely.
that is real talk. And so the next question I have for you, Brandon, is, so we know that this opportunity offers you two business in one. It's like an all-inclusive for travel, right? So we have the independent travel agent opportunity married with the affiliate marketing representative opportunity, right? And we know that some people come in and they don't catch the full picture, right? They're like, I just want to sell travel, and they just focus on travel. I want you to tell the people why you decided to take both sides of the business, and what is the benefit of taking both sides of the business. Well, I should say both sides,
Well,
both opportunities.
the opportunity. Well, for me, I didn't want people to think that I was making money off of them. Like,
Mhm.
like sometimes, like I can book your trip, but if I can show you how to book this trip yourself
Right.
and empower you, and you can make your own money, you can save on your own taxes. If, I'm not a tax professional, but like it's a lot of benefits from being a home-based business owner. So
Mhm.
I'm only going to get paid one time from this, from booking this one trip. But if
Yep.
you're planning on going on trips more time after time again, then you can use you need this business. You need to own a travel business for yourself. And
Right.
I was told this: people know people that you don't know. So
Absolutely.
although I know you, but you know people that I don't know. So
Hmm.
you know people that travel too. So
Hmm.
in my head, it made sense. It
Hmm.
made sense to share the opportunity with people and let them decide for themselves once they see it, if this is something that will work for them. Most
Right.
people, if you're traveling anyway, if you're booking, if you're researching, even the people that ask me to book travel for them, they still research the trip. So
They
if you're doing
do.
the research, if you're putting in the dates, you're putting in all the things that you want,
Yep.
you're 95% travel agent. You just don't have the credentials to get paid because the commission's already built into the price. So
Right.
for me, it's like I would rather educate you and teach you how you can do this too versus trying to keep the money myself.
Right.
So that's
I,
what made me decide to partner in both sides.
yeah, and that I had that same conversation yesterday. Somebody on TikTok said that you're just trying to make money off people are booking all the travel. No, change your mindset. Adjust your lenses. I'm trying to make money with you. I'm trying to show you how to add money into your household. If I was simply trying to make money off of you, I would only book your travel. I would never show you how to do this myself. So I think that people really need to change their lenses and adjust their mindset too. And I know with the internet, there's a lot of scams and stuff on the internet. So people are always like nervous and, tense and, oh no, someone's going to get over me. But no, we're here to help you seriously.
Mhm, mhm.
Right.
Seriously.
And then, Director Grace, the last question I have for you are, what are your future goals as a travel business coach? In this industry, and how do you plan on going about achieving those goals?
So my business goals, like we have an unlimited income opportunity.
Mhm.
So my goals, my goal right now is to help another 200 families learn the power of entrepreneurship in the industry,
Mm.
and from there, sky's the limit.
Mhm.
We have millionaires in our company, and we're not 10 years old yet. So for
Right.
me, it's like, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. And there's so many people that travel, people travel for all types of things.
Mhm.
So my goals is to, help more people. And the way I'm going to do this is just by educating people. People don't know what they don't know.
Right.
I didn't know that travel commissions were built into every
I didn't
all
either.
bookings. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
didn't know that travel agents, people didn't pay travel agents. The supplier was paid the travel agent, like it's already there. So
Yep.
you got to think about when you call the hotel. When you call a hotel, you like, okay, I need to get a quote for this room. Anybody can call any hotel right now today.
Mhm.
And they're gonna pick up that phone. They're gonna say, they're gonna give you the quote. And before they do anything else, they're gonna say, "Do you have a credit card you want to put on file?" Guess
Right.
what? They're trying to get the commission
Right.
because it's already built into that price.
I really hope that more people get that. I really do.
So, so, so to help people understand, I'm just gonna try to educate people as much as I can, because it's important. Like people travel for all types of things, funerals, um, um, what you call it, medical,
Mhm.
all types of things. And I was talking to one of my cousins, and she just thought travel was flights and hotels. I'm
Yep.
like, oh no, 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 no,
No,
no. It's huge.
it's
That Super Bowl
everything.
the Super Bowl that's happening, I can sell those tickets. You want to go hang gliding? I
Yes.
can, I can. You want to go? You want to go on the what they call it, ATVs or whatever, four wheels or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
I can help you do that. So it's so much bigger than just flights and hotels. And
Right.
so I try to so that's another part. So to get to the next level, it's just more education. Because like you said,
Right.
people don't know. Like I said, people don't know what they don't know. I didn't know that was included in travel. I just thought it was, flights, hotels, we call it cruises and rental
Mhm.
cars.
Mhm.
I didn't know that it included all of these other things under the umbrella of travel. It's the largest industry in the world. So to get to the next level, I'm just going to educate because people don't know what they don't know.
Right, right. So, thank you for that, Brandon. I think that the more people hear our voices, the more they will know that they too can be free, that entrepreneurship is their right, right? We are all conditioned, well, the majority of the population is conditioned to be workers, right? But we have a right to be an entrepreneur, but you're only going to know that if you get the information. So you educating 200, 300, 2,000 more people is going to help free so many people, right? It's going to help people not rely on disability. It's going to help people not say, I can't do this because I live in Section 8 and I don't want to lose my Section 8, right? It's going to help free people's mind. Like you can live beyond where you are right now. So I honor you
Absolutely.
and I appreciate you for this interview so, so much.
You're welcome, Deneen. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful and I'm honored to even do this with you. So thank you so much
Thank you,
for having
guys.
me.
Is there any parting words you want to leave with the folks before we end this interview?
Some parting words. I would like to say, if you've been following Miss Deneen or for watching her, like don't have analysis paralysis. She's trying to help you.
Mhm.
Trust me, people don't just do little things that's fly by for years. She's been doing this for 5 years, going on 6. It will
Yep,
be 10, 15. So,
yep,
and I've been doing this for 8 years, 8 whole years. So if when you see her post, you think, oh, she's just in one of those little scheme peer. No, 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 no. They don't last.
right.
The IRS is real. We get 1099s every year. So
Absolutely.
she's just trying to help you, educate you, and show you a better way.
Right,
Show you a better
right.
way. So thank you for all that you
Thank you,
do.
Brandy.
And yes,
Brandon.
let's
Thank you
get
so much.
it. You're
Let's
so
get it.
welcome.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.